everyone, I'm Martiana and I'm here with Dean, and today we're going to be shooting a landscape portrait shoot for Valentine's Day. And you guys can follow me on Instagram at MartianaJ, that's MartianaEnej, and Dean is also going to be shooting on his GoPro, so you guys stay tuned.
What's up, everybody? We're back again with another voiceover. First off, I just want to apologize. I have no idea why my GoPro Hero 6 is this grainy and noisy. This has been like that for the last couple of videos. I'm going to kind of check online to see why that is happening. But let's go ahead and get on to the shoot. So we have an amazing shoot right now. We're shooting actually on the Jackson Bridge. You might recognize the bridge from Walking Dead. That's the picture into Atlanta that they use, that classic image. But we're out here for a Valentine's Day shoot. As you see, we're going ahead and getting things started. I have a lot of GoPro footage, so this video is moving mighty fast, as you can see. As you can see, it's a really cloudy day, and we're using the flash to just really make all the shots pop. And you can see me again, make sure that you show the models the images. You want to build that confidence. But back to what I was saying, we're having it's a cloudy day. We want to make sure like this image is like just really framing well. I'm trying to make sure that like with every shot that I take, like I'm framing her properly in front of the buildings. And so as you can see, like it's really easy to make it kind of look weird because you can make it have where a building is popping out of her head. So when you're really trying to make sure like that photo's popping with that landscape feel, you want to make sure that when you're making that separation, you can tell the difference between her and the background. She was just doing great. I was really particular about the posing with us being on the street corner and the traffic going behind me. As you can see the road, trying not to get hit by a car. But we are making sure that like each image is going fine, especially with like this being the first time that me and her are shooting. So I wanted to really just make sure that she was comfortable and she was very confident in my work. That's one really good quick tip. Showing those good quality images early helps build just that confidence in that model, especially when it's the first time that you're shooting with them, and it just kind of helps the shoot goes a whole lot better. One thing that you can make sure that the model is not worrying about is that you're going to give them a quality image, and so we're making sure that each image is taken care of. All right, particularly like with this shoot also, we wanted to make sure that it had like a classy but sexier vibe. So you can kind of see we got a little leg action showing with the road, with the flower. So I tried to make sure that we're incorporating everything into each shoot. I'm giving a lot of directions about like where to move her hands. You want to make sure you have that gentle feel, that gentle touch on the face, especially with a shoot like this. Just showing both like strength and a little bit of vulnerability plus a little sexiness. It's just the mixture of always like another quick note, when you're working with the models, make sure that you're asking for permission to touch like the dress, the leg, anything like that, just for the fact like you want to make sure people are comfortable, and you don't want to be a creep. Don't be a creep on your photo shoot. And so like a lot of times for me, I always ask, one, can I adjust your shirt? Can I adjust your hair? Can I do X, Y, and Z? And the reason why I'm asking this is because a lot of times it's a whole lot easier to pose them and then adjust the clothes. That's how like nothing else shifts. And so like that's the reason why I ask. But once again, you want to make sure that like that person feels respected. If they don't want to be touched, don't touch them. If you didn't ask to touch them, don't touch them. Make sure you're respecting that model. All right. Okay, so for this part of the shoot, we switched to some walking shots. And for me personally, I kind of struggle with these shots. And so I just kind of keep some rules in my head just to make sure that I'm successful with these shots. So one, go ahead and pose the model first. So they should go ahead and know where they're supposed to be walking, where they're going to step. And step number two, because I use flash, I want to make sure that I am going ahead and having that light hit her or him, whoever the model is, where that flat, or where have that light hit them where they need to be. Lastly, crank up your aperture. This helps you get a little bit more room for error, and so you just keep more in focus with having that larger aperture. So whatever way you need to either crank up that ISO or crank up the power of the flash, just make sure that you're doing that. That's how you're not missing that shot. Another really quick tip is when you're shooting a portrait and you're really using the background, make sure that you keep shifting in the area that you're shooting. So what I mean by that, make sure that you're moving around. That's a better way of saying it. Don't be stationary. Just because you have one good view doesn't mean there aren't other good views, and just different ways that you can capture that image, especially with this being a cloudy day, you won't see it as much. But if it's a sunny day, you have you'll see that sun shifting. And so sometimes if you move from where you are, you'll find just some really nice light, just a really nice opportunity to take a picture. And you want to make sure that you're moving around to be able to do that. Another thing that I try to make sure I do every shoot is just so